Have you ever wondered what makes a person attractive? Is it their smile, their confidence, or something you can't quite put your finger on? In this video, we're exploring the science behind attraction, and some of the answers might surprise you. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of human biology, psychology, and even a little bit of evolutionary history to understand what sparks that initial attraction. Get ready to be amazed by the science behind those butterflies. Let's kick things off with one of the simplest but most fascinating aspects of attraction symmetry. You know how we humans love patterns and order? Well, it turns out that our brains are wired to find symmetrical faces more appealing, and there's a reason for that. Studies show that symmetrical features often signal good genetics, strong health and proper development, free from significant illnesses or environmental stresses. Think about it from an evolutionary perspective, folks. Way back when, symmetrical features in a potential mate suggested a better chance of producing healthy offspring. Survival of the fittest and all that. Plus, our brains naturally find symmetry more harmonious and easier to process, which might explain why symmetrical faces are so darn appealing. In one study conducted by the University of New Mexico, researchers found that participants rated individuals with more symmetrical faces as more attractive for both short-term flings and long-term relationships. But hold on, don't go grabbing a ruler just yet. Nobody's face is perfectly symmetrical. And trust me, a little bit of uniqueness is just as important as symmetry. It's what makes you, well, you. When it comes to what we find sexy, we've got to talk about sexual dimorphism. Now, I know that sounds like a mouthful, but stick with me. Sexual dimorphism refers to the physical traits that make men and women look distinct from one another. And evolutionarily speaking, these differences are signals, my friends, signals. In women, features like large eyes, high cheekbones, and full lips are linked to youth and fertility, which, from a biological perspective, are incredibly important for, you guessed it, reproduction. Evolution favors those who can successfully pass on their genes, and those features are like giant neon signs saying, "Hey, I'm at peak fertility." Now for the fellas. In men, traits like a strong jawline, broad shoulders, and a deep voice are associated with masculinity and strength. These features suggest high testosterone levels and the ability to protect and provide. And ladies, I know you've heard this before, but a deep voice, it's not just sexy, it's science. A study from the University of St. Andrews found that women are more attracted to deeper voices, especially during the most fertile phase of their menstrual cycle. Fascinating stuff, right? Now, before we get too carried away with physical features, let's remember that attraction is so much more than just skin deep. In fact, some of the most attractive qualities have nothing to do with how you look at all. Confidence, for example, is one of the most powerful traits anyone can possess. People who carry themselves with assurance naturally draw others in. It's like they have this magnetic aura that says, "I know my worth." And that's incredibly appealing. And kindness. Don't even get me started on kindness. It's a total game changer. Research has shown that when someone is described as warm, generous, and compassionate, they're rated as significantly more attractive, regardless of their physical appearance. Being confident and kind is like the ultimate combo. It shows that you're not only comfortable in your own skin, but also care about others. And that's a recipe for irresistible attraction. Now, get ready for this one, because it's a bit strange, but oh so fascinating. Did you know that scent can play a surprisingly big role in attraction? You might be thinking, wait a minute, Neil, are you telling me we're like dogs sniffing each other out? Well, not exactly. But our sense of smell is far more powerful than we realize, and it can definitely influence who we find attractive. In one study, researchers had people smell t-shirts worn by strangers. The results were amazing. Most people were drawn to the scent of those with immune system genes, known as MHC, that were different from their own. It's a subconscious way our bodies might help us choose partners with the best chance of producing healthy kids with strong immune systems. While the idea of human pheromones is still debated, one thing's for sure: how you smell can make a big impression. All right, let's get to the big question. What's considered the most sexually appealing? In men, it's often a mix of rugged masculinity with just a hint of vulnerability. Think of someone like Chris Hemsworth or Ryan Gosling. They've got that strong, chiseled look, but there's also a softness to them, a warmth in their eyes. It's about finding that balance between the protector and the nurturer. In women, a combination of beauty and warmth takes the lead. They're stunning, no doubt, but they also radiate intelligence, kindness, and strength. It's about owning your power and using it for good. Interestingly, studies suggest that women are drawn to bad boys for short-term flings due to their risk-taking behavior. But for long-term relationships, they prefer men who are kind, stable, and generous. And for men, they often prefer women who exude confidence, warmth, and a balance of beauty and approachability. So there you have it, folks. The science behind attraction is a wild ride through biology, psychology, and even a bit of evolution. We've learned that symmetry, sexual dimorphism, confidence, kindness, and even scent play a role in who we find attractive. But remember, this is just the tip of the cosmic iceberg. Attraction is a complex and beautiful dance, influenced by a multitude of factors, many of which we're still unraveling. The most important thing is to be yourself. Embrace your unique qualities, and never underestimate the power of a kind heart and a curious mind. After all, the most attractive thing you can be is authentically you. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.